Flosstube, it's Janet with Janet Jabber. I'm coming at you with episode 156. If you're a returning friend, thank you so much for coming to visit with me again this week. I look forward to our visits. And if you're a new friend checking me out, thank you for stopping by. I hope you like what you see. Subscribe, comment, thumbs up, do those things so you can be reminded when to come back. And so we're going to jump in. First of all, I was completely remiss in my video last week to mention the memory of 9/11, the passing of the Queen. I apologize about that. I did not mean any disrespect. My mind is just all over the place. So I do recognize and take the hit hard emotionally. I'm just a very emotional person. So my memories connected to 9/11 are those, and the passing of the Queen. Yes, that's over a pond away, as they say, across the pond. But I was an avid Diane lover back in the day, and I learned, I know this sounds really weird, but I learned a lot about the Queen and the monarchy and all that stuff through this show called The Crown. So I don't know, I found it very interesting, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that's why this happened or whatever. So I don't know. My regards to the passing, and I know I have friends that are overseas, so I did not mean to be remiss of that. So that's just, my thoughts are everywhere. Before we jump into stuff, I want to give you a little tease and tell you stick around till the end of showing my plans for this week, because I have a big announcement in my plans. So other than that, I want to mention a couple business things, and that is in my links, in my description box below. There are links to a Happy Mail form. If you've not filled it out, please feel more than welcome to. It just allows me to send out Happy Mail that I send out once a month. I'm going on a year and a half. I think I started in January of 2011, January of 2021 is when I started doing that, I think. And I really do enjoy just sending them out. I get so many comments that, like, it hit me this week and I needed it or whatever. So I appreciate that. All right, let's jump into one of my segments that everybody loves on here, and that is my featured friend. This week I have Joy, and I'm going to pop her picture here. Joy submitted a pattern that she did. It's a bee pattern by Roveras, who is an Italian designer. This finish is very awesome. I love the little scissor fob. I love the band that goes around the like scissor holder kind of thing. So thank you very much, Joy, for sharing that. I appreciate that so much. It's a gorgeous finish. I need one of those scissor holder thingies. That would be a cool little thing to have at my table next to me. This is my stitching chair, so my table next to me. So yeah, thank you. And again, if you want to be included in that, send me an email at janetjabber@gmail.com and we'll get that in. So on the list of people to share, I love seeing this, and so many of you love seeing that. So, all right, so I have a few giveaways this week. I am current on all of my giveaways that have notified me and getting those mailed out. So I run to the post office tomorrow. So then they're all in the mail. But let's talk about this week. I have 3 giveaways for this week, and you just put the number on my channel. I don't look for a special word. So the number 1 is Evergreens, Fresh Picked Evergreens by Pedal Pusher. Very cute. You can pick your favorite greens and do that one. My next one is from the All Dolled Up series by the Little House Needleworks. This is called Winter Sheep. Number 2, Winter Sheep. Look at that little guy. And number 3 keeps us in the spirit of what's coming up next. So number 3 is Haunted Welcome by Stony Creek Collection. Haunted Welcome. So 1, 2, and 3. If you're interested in those, just put those in the comments below. All right, so let's jump into what I have, my finishes for this week. First of all, one is a change that you're kind of seeing by my head, so I'm gonna lean to the side and show you. I changed my fall, exploded in my house this week, so I brought my cinnamon stars out, yay! So it hangs in here for me right now. I love the fall season. It is my favorite time of the year, so yeah. And speaking of that, I have another finish that I stitched this week. So this is one of the 3 stockings from the Splendid September series by the Blackbird Designs. This is stitched on a piece of 32 count lamb's wool Joblin. And this is the little stocking I got done. Yay! One of these days, I tell you every time, I will get berries and stockings finished, but I gotta let my life calm down a little bit. It's coming, I promise. So that's my finishes for this week and that I was sharing along. So let's jump into what I stitched on this week, which I did get good stitching again this week. I am so happy, even though I expected, I mean, I think I could have got more, but I was busy. You'll hear about that in personal things. So, all right. Mirabilia, my queen, my summer queen. She has like one more week and then Autumn Queen comes out. So we're going to see next week where I get to on this that I put her away. I'm super happy with my progress on her. So, and yes, many of you will tell me that you're sad to see her go. But it's time to go. This is where she's at. Oh, I love it. So what I have done is I'm going to fold her over. I finished out like where this knee is jaunting out. And so all the detail work is there. And then this is the one where it's coming down. So it'll come down like this now. But that is what I got finished. Yay. Well, it comes out, I'm sorry, over here. See this little thing there? So it comes down like that. Still probably 6,000 stitches to go on that, just as a rough like thing. But it's coming along. I'm super happy with it. Super happy with it. So my next thing that I stitched, and this one is going to be a finish in the month of September. So my focus that I do one thread a day on is Flea Market Flowers. Love this colorful pieces. This is stitched on a piece of 28 count ecru by To Die For Fabrics. And I got one more square done. This is where she's at. And I got this flower done. This flower. So I feel like this week I'll be working on this one. So see this week, and then by the 1st of October, my first video in October, I will have this as a finish because I will finish it in the month of September. That is the plan. All right, and this next one, I don't know. This one may break my thing of like, I like to stitch in the season. And this one may keep me out. I'm gonna pop a picture in here. This is Caterpillar Cross Stitches. I call it Summertime Tree. I'm not sure if that's what the real name is. Nope, it's called Hello Sunshine. Whatever. This is my Hello Tree. This is where I'm at on it. So I stitched more in both directions to come around. Somebody mentioned that they are stitching on this piece also, and that they started from the center and worked down. And now that I've gotten like to the top of the tree and the crest, I may actually do that just to go down and get a big chunk of the stitching done in this big push for the final week. Technically I have about 10 days. So you're gonna see it next week. We're gonna see how far I get, but this is gonna be a super focus for the next to push through. I don't have 10 days until the first day of fall, but I'm gonna try to finish that in the month of September. Try. All right, my next piece that I'm gonna show you is a finish for now, but I'm showing it in this segment. It is my Caterpillar Cross Stitch, Touch of Magic. So I pulled through. I think the new release comes out this weekend, maybe? This week sometime, the 23rd, I feel like is when it is. So I finished up this ghost and carved I got that in. So one more release and this piece is done. I love the fabric I chose on this. And this is just a granite piece by Bestitch Me, 16 count. I love it. So that one gets to go away for a tiny bit. All right, my next piece that I stitched, I'm gonna show you this every week, even though like when I stitch on this, I feel like I don't get a lot of stitching done, but I'm so happy to sit under it on my Sunday night football. My mama loved football too, so this is even more like magical that I stitch on it there. But this is my Afghan piece, so I'm gonna pop a picture in here, what it'll look like. And this is where I'm at on the current square that I'm working on. So I got some more of the male butterfly done here. And that is that. I have to pause you for a minute, Mike. I gotta save my cat. Hold 1 second. Okay, sorry about that interruption. Animal problems. All right, let's jump back into my stitching. My weekly stitches that I do, Mill Hill Monday is my first one. Sorry for the tap tap. Gabby, go lay down. My Mill Hill Monday, I'm working on this stitch right now. It is the succulents. Sorry for the tap tap. And this is where I'm at on this. So I feel like one more day of stitching on it because I have beads up here and beads in this pot and it's done. So fingers crossed, one more stitch and we're going to be figuring out a new one. Perfect timing for fall to be right around the corner. So that's cool. My next one is Wicked Wednesday that I stitch on, and this is the Halloween calendar by Tiny Modernist. We had some massive breakdowns at work this week that made me work even more overtime, so I've been super tired. So this is stitched on an 18 count dirty chalkboard by Me Stitch Me, some scraps that I had, and I got the box and the number 10 done. So let's see, do I think I can get, number 10 is right here. We may be able to get that done and for you for this next week. We'll see. Some of it is I'm at the mercy of, I normally don't have to stay over, and I voluntarily stayed over for those 2 breakdowns because it broke down during my shift. The next guys were in, but I felt obligated to stick around, and kind of bit me in the butt a little bit. My husband, I didn't have my phone on me to let him know I was staying over, and then he got an announcement on his phone. So he tried to call me, I didn't answer. This is personal, but he tried to call me, I didn't answer, and then he got an alert on his phone that there had been a wreck with a fatality in the route that I come home. He called me again, I didn't answer again, and to say the least, he had gone to bed, but as soon as I walked through the door, he's like, "Where have you been?" And I felt so bad. So I literally told the work guys, I'm like, if it's 10:30 or past and I get a call, I'm taking my phone with me on whatever call it is. You just never know. All right, my last one is Festive Friday, and I'm doing the patriotic right now. So my Pledge of Allegiance by Designs by Lisa. This one is just rough on me. A 32 count Earl Grey by Grace Notes Fabrics. And it is just being rough. It's a tight stitch for me. So literally the only thing I got done, here's what it's gonna look like. The only thing I got done is that little bit of red. That little bit of red. Not even worth showing you, but I show it to you every week, so I'm showing you. So that's it. That's my stitching for the week. I hope you stick around because I've got plans and announcements, and I super want to share. I want your opinion. So my daughter's already given me her opinion. So I'm going to preface that because she claims she's going to steal it. So good chance that's what I'm doing. But here's the dilemma. I stitched this piece, Playing with Jacks. Sorry for the glare, but it's in here. By Cricut Collection a long time ago. I did the alternative pumpkin here. But what I didn't do, and I'm going to zoom, you're probably not going to see. Do you see the shelf? Like it looks like it's sitting on a shelf and stuff. I thought based on like this picture, you can't really see it. So, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's a finish. I love my fabric. I have this professionally framed. It is my local store. They will help me. That I'm going to preface it with that. But I literally have seen so many people's finish of this lately with the shelf that it's killing me. I feel like my pumpkins are just floating. I love this piece so much. I don't want to look at it and feel like it's not finished. So I asked my daughter, I'm going to take it to my store. That goes with the other big announcement. I'm gonna get this off, rip the paper off. They pin theirs, they do not lace it, unpin it. This will cost me probably $15 for me to pull it and redo it. And I may be able to do it myself because there's gonna be pin marks. And they, from where I pull all the 100 pins out of this thing. So I may be able to just repin it myself. Don't trust myself, but I'm gonna ask their opinion. They're the professionals, but I feel like I need to put the shelf in and those tiny little lines to finish this off and just be done. because when I see other people's, I'm like, gosh, that is so gorgeous, and mine looks like it's floating. I love this stitching so much. So I kind of know what I want to do, but give me your thoughts in regards to that. Would you pull that out knowing that it's only going to cost about $15 for me to redo that? I don't know. Thoughts. Like I said, my daughter's already told me that that is one that she's definitely hanging in her house. So if she loves it so much, and she's like, she agrees that I need to finish it. And she's like, she actually said to me, why would you have stopped? I was like, if I was part of stitching on it. All right, so that leads me to plans. What am I doing this week? I told you, hyper focus on my Hello Summer tree. I normally do a small every week, so this week it's either going to be a small berry or the hands-on design well-rounded that I'm doing. Not sure which one. It'll call to me and I'll just get that one. And then that leaves me one for next month to finish out. And then my big announcement. If you are local, this could, if you're interested, this would be kind of cool. So I am going to go hang out at Stitch and Frame this coming Saturday on 9/23 at like 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'll be there for probably 3 hours, let's say. I'm going to sit in there and stitch. I just felt so, it brought me such calm to go and do that last month. So, and I did that spontaneously, but I know that a couple people have mentioned like they're local to me or whatever. So I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to try to make this more regular. So, but the date that I picked for this month, leading up to the wedding to give myself some calm, is this Saturday, September the 23rd. So if you're in the area or whatever, you just want to pop in for a minute, come in and say hi, introduce yourself, do the things. So that's kind of cool. And that's what I wanted to share with you. I keep rocking back and forth, and I know t-shirt thing, like words on it. So, this is, it says Aussie and Indiana established in 1846. And, I just wanted to tell you, I got more about why I got this shirt on here in a little bit, but I just noticed that I kept like showing it just enough. So, all right, what else do I have for you? I have a tiny bit of haul, basically my fabric of the month and some mail. So my fabric of the month comes from Grace Notes Fabrics, and it is a piece of, wait, I'm not going to tell you in case you haven't researched it. Here's what it is. I get a 40 count, and this is what it looks like. Oh, I love this. And again, like other people say, that like dark, it looks like super dark and super light. That is not in real life how it is. It's very subtle. So, so yeah, that is my fabric of the month, and I'm folding it back up. I got a sweet piece of mail from Cindy. Look at this cute little tie-dyed looking card. I love it. She sent me a hand-wrote note and basically thanked me for, thanking me for doing what I do, basically. And she sent me a few stamps to help with Happy Mail. And Cindy, that is very greatly appreciated. Those stamps help. I mean, I send 10 to 12 out a month, so that is helpful. Another thing that came in the mail for me is I always say this wrong, Punch Needle and Primitive Stitch Fall Magazine. I looked at it very briefly, as I need to sit down and take some relaxing time and look through this. Even just on the quick and brief look through, I was like, yes. So plenty that I'm going to stitch in here, that is for sure. All right. If you watched my video last week, you heard that I went and did a cool class where I learned about charcuterie boards. And I mentioned that I was ordering a cheese book. So this was recommended to me by Daylene from So Grateful. And I got it in the mail, and somebody asked me if I could show it. So this is the cover of it. That cheese plate will change your life. This book is phenomenal. It literally teaches you how to build these and tells you what cheeses are on it. And one of the cool things in the back that it did, and it's a hardback. This is a hardback book. So one of the cool things that it had, like page 172. 272. It says a plate for every season, and then it breaks it down for spring, summer, fall, winter, of like why you would have one. And they even have one that's like that treat yourself plate. There was one for game time. I forget. Now I can't find it. Oh, that game day plate. So very cool little things. I'm going to put the I don't know if I can make it a link to an Amazon thing. I will in my description box, but if not, I hope you just can screenshot this. That cheese plate will change your life. Thank you, Daylene, for sharing this amazing book. She shares lots of amazing books with me. She is full of amazing knowledge. I'm so blessed that Daylene is my friend. So blessed. So I'm glad I could share that and show that to you. I hope you go out and get it. All right. So if you are just here for the stitching and that kind of stuff, then this is your time to step out. Probably already have. But if not, I'm going to talk to you more about personal stuff. So Ossian Days was this last weekend. That is where my husband does a booth where it's like a vendor. Is it a vendor booth? Vendor/food booth? I don't know. We sold hot dogs, nachos. He wanted to do snow cones, though I said that was a very bad idea. We own a cotton candy machine, and because my mama loves cotton candy, so I got it in honor of her because I'm extra like that. And I did it for the kids. So like we actually gave cotton candy away last year at this event. We started giving it away, one whole day of giving it away, and realized we were only placed in the house doing cotton candy, and the intent was to give it away for donations, but I'm telling you, kids were coming by the boatload and just taking it. So the next day we sold it for like $1 or $2, I don't remember. But the whole purpose of this event for Ossian Days is to raise money for his haunted house and Fireworks on the Hill events that he does for the community, because prior to starting to raise money and get donations, when he first did, the first year he did the haunted house, that was a lot of our budget. And I was that wife going, Jeff, no more. And then other neighbors jumped in and made contributions. And it's a whole crew of guys that love doing this. They love giving to the community. We are so blessed to be in this neighborhood where there are like-minded people that love the community feel. So I am very blessed for that. Blessed to have a husband that is in that same mindset as me of like that we like to give to the community. His are just more work and more tiresome, but I love him dearly and I love his drive. So yeah, I took 2 days off work and worked my tail off at this Ossian Days. So it was worth it for him. We got good publicity. We saw so many kids so excited about the upcoming haunted house. So that is in the works. He is starting his mind, in his mind, he sees things like, I'm going to tell you one more thing about the haunted house and then I'll go further. He wants to put a picture prompt of like a almost 20-foot scarecrow holding a couple of, like putting bales of hay at the bottom to where you could sit or you could stand underneath the legs. So he wants this thing to be so tall and he wants it to be holding like a skeleton, like the scarecrow caught the skeleton's doing something bad or something. I don't know. It's in his mind and it'll come to fruition because he is just so crafty like that and so creative. And then he just pulls it off. So when he gets that, if it comes to complete fruition, I will be sure to share a picture of it because I have had many people interested. They enjoyed seeing the little snippets. So I will do that. I'm going to share you on right here what he's doing to draw advertisement. He said, we lost Chuck, the parachuter, and he asked people to scout him out. So he's hanging right close to where we're going to do our haunted house to draw attention. So, all right. So, I am going to keep focusing on the wedding. We have a DIY we got to get done probably this week or this coming up weekend. I told my daughter I wanted it done by this weekend when it's done. So that's punching away, little details. I think we've got everything no, I still have to go buy poppin'. I still have to go buy soda and there's going to be beer. So there's that. All right. And so, yeah, some of you know, if you've been here a long time, my husband is a railroader. So yes, the Hubs is a railroader. Yes, things have been very tense around here. It's not over just because of what's in the news, that government that we've avoided a strike or a shutdown or whatever. Things aren't settled. It literally popped the day that all was coming to fruition. It came up in my memories that it was literally 3 years ago that I walked on strike, and he supported me through that. And I'm here to support him. This is very tense, very emotional times. This is your livelihood, and we have put our whole lives into this. We are careers with the companies that we're at. And yeah, enough said. I'm not going to get political on here, but enough said. But yes, we are trudging through this to try to do what we got to do. So, and that's all I got. So this upcoming week, like I said, come and see me at the Stitch and Frame if you are interested. Again, that's in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I know there was another Stitch and Frame. I think that one closed down. So I've got that going on this week. Daughter gets her dress. She goes and picks it up today. We go for a fitting tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment. And then, yeah, it just keeps going. And then football again. I enjoy football Sundays so much because I just get to chill. But all right, so I am truly rambling about whatever, my normal everyday life. So I am going to get off of here so you can get on to the next Flosstuber. I hope you have a wonderful week and enjoy everything about it. So keep stitching, enjoy life, and I'm sending you so much love. Bye.